Okay, hello. Welcome. If you're joining me, I would love for you to say hello in the chat box anytime and feel free to ask any questions or share anything that you're experiencing as we go through the live today. I decided to do today's live as a kind of real time tap. I know sometimes I do tapping in lives as well, but this is slightly different. Last week's live. Hello, good morning, Susan. In last week's live, we talked about anger, and I didn't do any tapping. I talked about the importance of having a conversation with your anger. And I didn't do a tapping video afterwards either, but I got a request from someone for a tap on anger. And I was meditating on this, and I felt that the best way for me as a practitioner, if I want to help you through your anger, really, truly, the best way to do that is one on one, because I need to give you space to speak it out, whatever it is you're angry about or upset about. My mind is jumping because I also want to talk about frustration because I put that in today's live. But let me finish this thought. This happens to my mind sometimes. Welcome, Jenny. Thanks for joining. So, I want you to be able to speak it out. This is the best way for you to heal with anger is to come into a place of acceptance, right? Anger is happening because there's a huge lack of acceptance and we're erupting inside. So we need to get ourselves into a state of acceptance, which isn't always easy to do. Easier to say, harder to do. Welcome, Patricia. Good morning. EFT helps us move into a state of acceptance. How do we get there? Talking it out, expressing it. Now, I think I talked about this last week too. We don't always want to do that to others when we're in a heightened state of anger, right? Because that can cause hurt to them. And then we see, how we affected them. And then we don't feel good afterwards. We feel bad. So this is like an unhealthy loop. So then we suppress. That's the loop, right? And then it's toxic for us. And the anger is just building and festering into all different kinds of resentments. So we want to clear that and clean that up on a regular basis. So I want to remind you that it's okay to feel angry. It's okay. It's normal. Right? It's a normal reaction and response. Some of us experience it more extremely than others. Some of us are in contact with our anger more than others. Welcome, Claudia. Personally, I grew up in an Italian family. My adoptive family was Italian and on my mother's side, and there was all kinds of anger and yelling and emotional expression. It was very commonplace for me. And in all the 25 years that I've been working with different clients and students, I know that that's not the case for everybody. And some families are very reserved and speaking out is, not okay. It was okay in my family. So we weren't judged for that. So I grew up feeling it's normal, but also it doesn't feel good, right? Anger just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good inside of us. Something's hurting inside, and it doesn't feel good to like spew that anger onto somebody else. So, as we go through the tap today, kind of getting back to my original point, I'm doing this as a real-time tap because I want you to be able to speak out your own issue. Now, it may be something you're angry about. It may be something you're frustrated about. I thought I would pause for a minute here. I actually Googled it. This is kind of my new thing. Right before I go on, I'm like, what does Google say about frustration and anger? Because again, I grew up in a very like emotive environment. So I'm connected to my feelings. I express them. I probably overly have expressed them in my life. Still do sometimes. That's my practice. Managing this inside of me so I can speak out in a way that really is aligned with my truth of what I want to deliver and not just emotional reaction. But not everybody is that in contact with their feelings, I've found, because of environments we grew up in or beliefs we have and ways that we've kind of held it, quieted it, stuffed it, or even numbed it. So if you're not sure, am I frustrated? Am I angry? What does that even feel like? Let me just share what Google says. Frustration and anger are distinct emotions, even though they can be closely related. Frustration is a feeling of being upset, annoyed, or discouraged, often due to an inability to achieve a goal or change a situation. Anger, on the other hand, is a more intense and explosive emotion. It's characterized by extreme displeasure, hostility, and sometimes even aggression. So, hello, welcome, Amanda. So, you get to connect with yourself and ask yourself the question. Am I feeling anger right now? Am I feeling frustration? And I'm going to give you space during this tap to speak it out. So, again, this is why I didn't do just a recorded one. I may do one in the future, but at the moment of receiving the request, I'm still feeling like the best way to deliver is to give you a lot of space to honestly speak out the things that you're angry at. Because sometimes especially if you want to be a good person or a nice person, welcome, Amy. Yes, thank you for coming. We don't want to say these things out. We can be really like choking on judgment, right? This is so bad, and I shouldn't say this, and I'm supposed to be this kind of person, and I'm supposed to act this way and talk this way. And it's terrible that I have these feelings and these thoughts. Okay, there's a question. Do you think sadness gets wrapped into frustration, anger? Yes, I do. I think frustration is a kind of, we can feel that it's like a more smaller scale feeling that we can easily feel throughout the day, like small dirt and dust falling. But when it goes unprocessed or we're stuffing it because of all the things that I'm kind of explaining here, it can either go into bigger anger or it can just kind of get muted into sort of a sadness, just a sort of low grade down depressed. I don't mean like you're, diagnosably depressed. I'm not saying that, but like a depressed, downward, sad, heavy, darker kind of feeling inside. And it's because we have all this emotion that needs to circulate. It needs to move. But if it stagnates inside, it's going to become heavy. And think about water that stagnates. It becomes, swampy. And that's where we get feelings that we don't understand. I just feel sad today. I don't feel good. I just feel down. I just feel off. We start feeling things that are almost hard to explain. Can't put my finger on it. I don't know what I feel. I feel disconnected. I feel apathetic. These feelings come later after like more heightened emotion is not cleaned and processed. Does this make sense? Okay, let me see. What are we all saying here? Um, in my experience, okay, so Amanda agrees. Yes, help to have it validated. Yes, correct, correct. So part of the EFT tapping and talking process is validating the feeling. And that's what we talked about last time. Like, have a conversation and let your anger express its talk to you and validate it. So that's what we're going to do through today's tap. Now, EFT is always most effective and most powerful when you can get really specific. So, this is a space for you to be specific with your frustration, your anger, however you're experiencing it, for you to say out. So, you want to have privacy right now. You want to be able to say out the things that are bothering you the most. The more honest you can be, the more specific you can be with your honest feeling. Again, I have to clarify, we're not trying to like think about this. We're going to go into the world of the heart. We have to connect with the heart. Just dropping into my heart, what do I want to say? Just without thinking about it, without monitoring it, without editing it. What's in there? Let it out, let it out. The more you can do that, honestly, specifically, the better. The faster you're going to move yourself into a place of acceptance, you're going to feel a relief, you're going to feel a lightening, you're going to feel like whatever was stuck or suppressed is now circulating and being processed. Okay, so that's why I wanted to come on here and do a real time one. It would be even easier, better if I could see you, which I can't, but I can connect and feel you, and you can give me any feedback in the chat box as well. But in a way, it's great for you to have your own space where you need to talk out your own story. So I'm going to give you prompts, and sometimes I'm going to just say, insert here your own story. I want you to really get connected to what's going on with you right now. Yes. So Amanda's okay. Right. When we don't clean something, it's stuck and then it's more, and then eventually it's so stuck, we don't know what it is and we don't know where it got stuck or how to get back there. And this is why EFT is a great tool for emotional healing because we need to unpeel that. We need to unravel that one by one. So please give yourself a lot of space for that process, patience, time. You can only unravel as much as you're ready at any given moment. So this is why it's like a deeply personal exploration. And I'm just going to give you prompts and I'll kind of mix in the prompts for frustration, anger, but you are welcome to use whatever words feel true to you. And also, when it comes to anger, you can express it. So, because it's just us here in a private, safe space, you can express it as much as it bothers you. That's what healing time is for. We don't want to go out the door and be like spewing to every other person because we're going to feel bad about that later. And we're going to, hurt people's feelings when really we just needed to process our own emotion. We needed to like get clear inside what's going on with me. So in this safe space, say it out, say it as much as it bothers you. If you need to, give yourself permission to do that. And you can even, if you like swearing or cussing, you're welcome to do that. Again, maybe you don't. I grew up in an Italian family. Swearing and cussing was kind of every other word in my younger years. Actually, I had to do the process of like, all right, let's scale back some of that swearing and cussing. It adds a lot of color to the sentence, but am I really expressing my true self? So the more I got access to my essence and wanted to be able to share my deep side of my heart and became interested in healing and bringing healing to others, though cussing and swearing still shows up for me for sure. But for me, it's not part of my daily language. However, when it's time for healing, if it feels natural, if it feels true for you, if it feels like what you honestly want to say that you never get a chance to say, but really you want to say it, this is your time. I want you to feel free. Okay? You have my permission in this space with us. All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Claudia, and thank you all of you for being with me. Here we go. So, let's try this first. Since you're with me here, I want to see if we can, work together on this. I want you to close your eyes. Oh, yes, right. So many people were punished for swearing. So, correct. I'm not saying this is like the way you should raise your children, but I'm giving you freedom to release that now if you need to. if that's a thing that's stuck inside. But before we go into the tap, everyone just close your eyes for a minute, check in. I want you to call up something that maybe you're feeling frustrated about or angry about. Could be with others, could be with yourself, could be with a situation outside or something you're just judging and fighting yourself with about inside. And on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being very low activation and 10 being very extremely frustrated, extremely angry, like going off the charts, can you get a pulse on that number for yourself? And if you can, please drop it in the chat box. I'm about a 5. Ooh, I'm like 8. Maybe 2, 3. Just let me know, no judgment. Again, if you're feeling shy and you don't want to share that, that's also okay. You can kind of write that number down or just keep that to yourself. It's good for you to know where you're starting. Okay. Yeah. Feel free to drop it in or just take a little note. All right. And then when you're ready, we're going to begin. So tapping the side of your hand. Even though I'm so frustrated right now, it's okay. I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm so frustrated right now, I'm angry. I feel so angry. Again, please speak out what feels true for you. You don't have to fake this and you don't have to force it. Okay? I feel really, really bad. I'm upset. But it's okay. I forgive myself for being so angry and so frustrated and so upset. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I feel so upset right now, this is driving me crazy. I'm so mad that, and here I want you to insert the thing you're upset about. Say it out. But it's okay. Right here and right now, I'm okay. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset. And I choose to deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself for everything, no matter what. Good. Tapping the top of your head and breathe out. So angry. Back of your head, back of your neck area. All this anger. Top of your head. All this frustration. Inside of your eyebrows. Oh, I want to scream. Side of your eyes. I just feel that and express it again. What is it that you're so upset about? What is it that you're so angry about? If there's a person, a thing, say it out. Just say it out. Under your eyes. And breathe out. Under your nose. I'm just so upset about it. Under your lip. I can't let it go. Under your collarbone. I don't want to let it go. Center of your chest. I don't want to let it go. Express how much you don't want to let it go. Why you don't want to let it go. Under your arms. But I'm so mad. Side of your thumb. I'm so angry. Next finger. I feel so stuck inside. Next finger. I feel like I'm exploding inside. Next finger. It's just not fair. Next finger. It's not fair. Side of your hand. It's not right and it's not fair. Top of your head. It's not okay with me. Back of your head. This is not okay with me. Top of your head. The truth is, this is not okay. Inside of your eyebrows, because, and you can express all the reasons why it's just not okay. Because this person, this and that. Because I don't want to feel like this and that. Because I shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is. Side of your eyes, keep expressing as much as you want, as much as you need. Under your eyes. All the reasons why it's not okay. I'm not going to let it go. Under your nose. Good. And under your lip, and then breathe out. Under your collarbone. It's not okay. Center of your chest. But also, it doesn't feel good to feel this way. Under your arms. I'm hurting. Inside, I'm hurting myself. Next finger. I feel so upset. Next finger. Actually, I just feel so hurt about this. Next finger. Express all the things that are hurting you. I'm hurt because I feel blah, 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 whatever it is. One thing, 100 things. Express it. Next finger. All this hurt in my heart. Side of your hand. All this hurt in my heart. Top of your head. My heart is aching about this. Back of your neck. What I'm really upset about is, and now express. If it's the same thing, say the same thing. If something new is coming up, express it. Top of your head. I'm upset because it's not fair. Inside of your eyebrows. I'm upset because I don't want to be this way. Side of your eyes. I'm upset because I don't want to feel this way. Under your eyes. I'm upset because I don't want to be treated this way. Under your nose. I'm upset because I don't want to be made to feel so bad. Under your lip. So small. Under your collarbone. I don't want to be made to feel small. Center of your chest. By myself or anybody. Under your arms. So to all the voices and the influences making me feel small, I want to say right now, side of your thumb, leave me alone. Next finger, just leave me alone. Next finger, and anything else you want to say to those influences, whether it's your own inner voice or outer voices, say it now. Next finger. Next finger. Keep saying out what you really want to say. Side of your hand. Top of your head. Because you have a right. I have a right to feel this way. Back of your head. I have a right to express this. Top of your head. I don't want to be putting myself down anymore. Inside of your eyebrows. I don't want to be making myself feel small anymore. Side of your eyes. And I don't want to let other people make me feel that way either. Under your eyes. I'm the only one who allows myself to feel that way. Under your nose. I let other people make me feel this way. Under your lip. I let myself feel this way. Under your collarbone. This is in my hands. Center of your chest. So I'm taking my power back right now. Under your arms, right here and now. I'm taking my power away from whatever it is that upset me. Side of your thumb. And I'm giving that energy back to me. Next finger, because I need that energy for myself and I deserve it. Next finger, I am not small. Next finger, I am not weak. Next finger, I am strong. Side of your hand, I am brave. One more round, top of your head, and I am enough. Back of your head, I'm worthy and deserving of all good things. Top of your head, I can have my own feelings. Inside of your eyebrows, I allow myself to have those feelings. Side of your eyes, I can have my own opinions. Under your eyes, I can have my own reactions. Under your nose, and I can still love myself anyway. Under your lip, I can choose to be kind to myself. Under your collarbone, I can choose to breathe out and relax. And let's do that. Center of your chest. I can choose to remember my own worth and value. Under your arms, so I don't need to give my energy away through anger anymore. Side of your thumb, because I'm the only one who's losing energy here. Next finger, and I don't want to do that to myself anymore. Next finger. So again, I'm breathing out and I'm relaxing any part of me that's tensing. Next finger, and I'm remembering that it's okay. Next finger, I'm okay here and now in this moment. Next finger, and everything will be okay. I choose that kind of love for myself again. Okay, lower your hands, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, filling all the cells of your body with new energy. Exhale, relax. Okay, take a moment. If you have some water, it's always good to drink water when you do EFT. So if you have water, you can take a sip. And when you have a moment, if you'd like to share in the chat box, anything at all, how your number changed or what you felt or what came up for you, or if there was a certain part that was helpful or resonated, I would love to hear any of your feedback for those of you who just went through that journey with me and are still here with me. And if you're watching this later, you're also welcome to write that in the comments because it's just great to hear about your experience. And if you have questions, I am happy to answer them. So I can see before we started, Jenny wrote, before yesterday was one of my worst days to use a new. Yes. I understand, Jenny, maybe more than anyone, how frustrating technology can be. And that's definitely a trigger for me too, really fast. Actually, I watch myself. Why I get so upset and so frustrated when there's something that I need to do and I don't know how to do it, or I'm trying to do it and it's not working. So I understand. Okay, Amanda, I don't know means you don't know what you're angry or frustrated about? Is that what the meaning of your comment is? I'm not sure exactly. Okay, Jenny, feels so good after typing. There's no more anger or frustration left. Great. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. That's great. I'm glad that you were able to move that energy along. Okay, Claudia, just wondering, is it weird to have a favorite tapping point? I feel myself relax more when my tap. Oh, good. Claudia, do you mean under the collarbone or right here in the middle? You can just write middle or collarbone. And this is not weird at all, actually. This is can be common and it's actually really good information. Right in the middle. Good. That's the heart chakra center and the thymus. And that's a release point for you. And actually, this is a great observation. And I encourage all of you to pay attention because sometimes we're like moving through so quickly and you might not notice what's happening. But when you do it on your own, you can really pay attention. Sometimes there's a certain point you want to stay on for a long time. It means you're having an integration there for whatever reason, where that's connected to, something was particularly stuck there and something is particularly letting go there. All the points are connected to different organs and also different mindsets. So sometimes you might notice, like, oh, in this particular tap, it happened here, but in this tap, it happened somewhere else. Or like what Claudia is saying, oh, in this point, I always feel relief. That means somehow right there, that's a place where you're holding, and it's also a place where you can let go, integrate. So that's great. I'm really happy to hear that, Claudia. It's not weird at all. Yes, Susan, agreed. Amy, helpful. My number went down, but okay. Yes. So this is also, Amy, why group tapping is sometimes challenging or YouTube is challenging because this is also very common. Something you're trying to process anger, but then you find like fear comes up. And actually, there's another thing that's needs to be worked on. It needs to be clear. Like emotions are layered. So the fear can be inhibiting you, preventing you from clearing the anger. Or the anger can be sort of the anger might have cleared a little, but the bigger problem is fear. And the anger is sort of, hands crying like, oh, there's fear here. But like it shows up as like frustration and anger instead to you because there's some fear that needs to be addressed that's not being cleaned. So this is where it's really hard for me to do online and even in live videos. I'm never quite sure. So we're just trying to take sort of the edge off. Sometimes the edge is enough, and other times there's deeper things that come up. So yes, Amy, you could repeat the tap. You could go in and find a fear tap. Yes, these are options for you. And always at any time, everyone, I am available for privates, which all the information is in the description below. If you feel like, and again, of course, you need to have the time and the means for that. And I know that's not always easy, but if you feel like there's something uniquely I'm struggling with and I need help with, we got to get in there really specifically. So these taps are general, but they're great to take the edge off. I'm happy when I hear some of your energy is changing. Thank you, Claudia. Okay, so Amanda, you feel angry, but you have no idea why. Okay, so in that case, sometimes you can just tap and just keep saying angry, angry, really frustrated, so mad, so mad. Like just expressing it as it is as you tap around the points. Yeah, that's okay too. Until something pops up, right? Something else can pop up. Like Amy saying, actually, I'm really scared about something, or why did this have to happen? Or actually, I'm really sad about something. Like you keep tapping angry, frustrated until the next thing sort of shows itself. We're unpeeling. This is how emotional healing works. This is how energy healing works. Patricia, it was a great feeling expressing and speaking out. I did notice. You love the top of your head. Yes, great. So all the points have different meanings. This one is more connected to the heart. Top of the head is more connected to the crown chakra. It's a place where all of the meridian channels are sort of merging here. A lot of not all the meridian channels are merging there. A lot of acupressure points are gathered in this same spot. So sometimes people can feel benefit there, and it's also connected to the crown. So it's this sort of spiritual chakra. Yeah, different you can have different experiences at different times for different reasons. And that's not the most important thing, like the why of it. What's important is knowing yourself, learning about yourself, and going back there and staying on that point if you need to. Give yourself permission to stay there for a while when you're doing it on your own, or even if you're following a video. Even if the practitioner continues, you can just keep staying on the point if you feel like a release and an integration is happening there. Okay, Claudia, yes, good. Love, connection, compassion connected to the heart chakra. Yes, Claudia, so true. So you must have a lot of heart that you're giving to your patients and clients, a lot of love, but it's also very true. Caretakers need to care for themselves. So it's a good motivation. Your patients can be motivation for you. If I'm telling them this and treating them this way, I need to treat myself this way as well. Great. So that was just, I think, maybe around a 10-minute tap. You can always come back to this video and find that place and repeat again. Or, as I mentioned to Amy, if something else is coming up, you can go find a video on another emotion and clearing until you find the thing. Oh, this was the one that was stuck. So I always say, and I'll kind of finish with this, I always remind this is sort of a self study. It's like an inner researching process. It's not good or bad, it's not right or wrong. It's a process. It's a research. What is this feeling right now? Let's sink into it. Let's work on clearing it. Oh, another feeling came. Oh, there was a bigger thing. This is how we heal. This is how we grow. This is how we awaken. We come to understand, oh, I thought this was making me angry, but actually I was upset. Now you know yourself better. You can take care of yourself in the situation better. The more you know, the more you heal, not mentally, but emotionally, energetically, and even ultimately spiritually. So I hope that's helpful. You are welcome, all of you who are here. And I so appreciate your sharing. And you're welcome to reach out anytime. If there's something you're working on and it's stuck, I am happy to help you. Thank you for joining me in the Healing Tree community. You are so precious to me. Good luck with your processing. Remember, all feelings are okay, all processes are okay. Be patient, be kind to yourself, be loving to yourself. And that doesn't mean suppress your anger. Loving yourself is allowing yourself to feel and express and explore with yourself. So become your own great advocate, your own greatest healer and friend. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.